This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. All right, I'm the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right. And, one thing that we've come to realize in these last days is that, the so-called white man who was biblically known as the Edomites, are the complete, utter, personification of wickedness on this planet Earth. All right. And one thing that we know that these devil has done is they've had a secret council, against you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this devil has been working covertly and blatantly, behind the scenes and in the forefront of the scenes, ultimately to sever and to destroy you Jakes, man. All right. They've set snares and traps, and systems in place to further, manipulate, to destroy, and to throw you off of the path of, you being the chosen people of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, from you being the Israelites. This devil has constant and perpetual schemes and plots and, propaganda, psychological operations, subconscious tools, to ultimately to destroy you. All right, to keep you in a perpetual state of constant rebellion against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and one of the main tools that Esau has used in these last days, and that he's been using and is still using, is rap music, which this is nothing new. A lot of our people, they have a concept. They kind of understand that, music is a huge way that this devil on the left hand side, uses rap music to ultimately to destroy our people. And you can see it, look at what's being pushed through the mainstream news. Through the mainstream rap game right now is what these women, the Sexy Reds, the Nicki Minaj's, the Young Thugs, the emasculating music, the music that's making these women to promote STDs and promiscuity and whores and being sluts and, the women are just completely out of control. All right. This rap music is literally destroying these young women and destroying the minds of the young women, and mainly the old women as well, the older women too. And on the flip side, you got these male rappers, that promote drug use, gangsterisms, violence, selling drugs, doing drugs. All of this shit is nothing more but the counsel of the wicked being used through rap, being used through, our people, giving them a couple of dollars, letting particular, rap artists, female and male, make a little bit of money, but further to push the agenda of these elites to further to destroy and psychologically warp the minds of you, Jake, because Esau knows that our people, mainly the younger youth, they idolize and they look up and worship rappers. All right. So therefore, what better way to further destroy the minds and to corrupt these youth than to use the things that they idolize as a way to destroy them? Esau knows that our people look up to entertainers and rappers and actors because ultimately they appear to be doing good for themselves. They make a lot of money. They got the diamonds. They got the clothes. It seems as if the things that they say is what these younger Jakes can, idolize and look up to. And all they're doing is being used as pawns and psychological operations to further to warp and to destroy, the minds of our people to push a so-called culture that is destructive and that is totally against the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, ways that are against your spiritual growth, you know, your your true faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, knowing that you're an Israelite, and giving you a pure culture of death. All right, and I say all this because I was reading this article, and as I was reading it, scriptures was just popping into my head. All right, and this is something that our people are still, they're still, you know, um, open to these rap demons and these rap suggestions, these suggestive lyrics, and the culture of rap music. Our people are holding on to it. So every morning they wake up, they base their life off, so-called rap culture. When Jake leaves the house, he's dressed like his favorite rapper. He does his hair like his favorite rapper. He clings to the words and the rhymes of his favorite rapper. So when he steps out in the house, first thing he do is he gets dressed, he sags his pants, he put a pistol in his pocket, he got a pocket full of stones, and he's walking out here in this earth, suggestively, being influenced by these demonic ass rap lyrics that the same rapper that he idolizes doesn't even live by, or is not even living that type of lifestyle. But these Jakes, they're so on a low vibration, they take these lyrics and they try to apply them to their lives as if they're reality, and this is how Jake should be living, and this is the path to riches and fame and basically the kingdom of heaven if you let these Jakes tell it. But that's just not so. You see, and it's all part of the like I read in Psalm 64, the secret counsel of the wicked. All right, and it says CIA agent testifies agency created hip hop to keep black Americans enslaved, and we're not black Americans, we're the Israelites. And it's ultimately, that's why they use Judah. They use the head tribe, for this experiment that they call hip hop, man. All right. And the devil knows that music is a huge part of our culture. And this shows you that the so-called white man has to be the biblical Edomites, because he weaponizes everything to his advantage and to use it against you tribes. All right, it says John Holmston, a retired CIA agent, recently dropped a bombshell on NTV, the national Russian television channel. He revealed that hip-hop was actually a covert psychological operation designed by the CIA in the 1980s, and the PSYOP is still going strong today. All right, let's look up what a psychological operation is, just in case, Let me see something. I wanted to pull up at the bottom. There we go. It says a psychological warfare is what no, it's not what I want. It says what is meant by psychological warfare? It says things that are done to make someone, such as an enemy or opponent, become less confident or to feel hopeless, afraid, etc. You see, it's basically something that's being used against you, you see? And this shows you that Esau deems and looks at you so-called Negroes as his enemy, because he set up this psychological operation, this psychological warfare to destroy your minds, man, and to lead you on a path that will cause your own destruction. It says, according to Holmston, the CIA was working behind the scenes, providing support, funding, and creative direction for major artists like NWA, Dr. Dre, Public Enemy, and Run DMC. He revealed that the agency spent big money, serious money, in this secret operation aimed at corrupting American youth with nihilistic, anti-establishment, and anti-American ideologies, and sowing division within the country. Because ultimately, it was really an attack on you Jakes. It just so happened that, as hip hop and this rap music got more popular, it started to affect, these other nations and their children and everybody else. But it was ultimately aimed at destroying you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see, and then all this shit, the hip hop, the gangsterism, the gangster rap, Esau funded big money to promote these artists, Now, of course, let's just say, at the beginning, Jake just started doing hip hop music to express themselves. But once Esau saw the effects and the effects that it have, and the type of reaction that Jake had to it, he was like, yo, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna weaponize this shit. I'm gonna use it to get these Negroes to further destroy themselves, to push that you should be selling drugs popular, carrying guns to be popular, gang culture to be popular, and he used these particular artists to further promote the destruction, you know, of you so-called, of you Jakes, man, of you Israelites. All right. And he put big money into this, man. He put big money into it also to enrich himself as well. You see? He says, in this secret operation aimed at corrupting, I read that. It says, and the worst part, the whole industry is designed to be monetized by the shadowy elite who profit off the chaos they help create. You see, and who's making the biggest profit off of this so-called rap music and this rap music and this gangster shit is the so-called small hat, the 1948er, man. They're making all of the profits. They're making all of the money off of this shit, man. All ain't money that's money that's being made off the destruction and the destruction of you Jakes, man. You see, it shows you that Esau don't give a fuck about you Jakes, man. This is all a plot of the wicked, man. All right, I got another precept. What I got? Oh yeah, you see. Let me go back to where I was so I can get the point, so I can bring out this precept. It says he revealed the agency spent big money, serious money, in these secret operations aimed at corrupting American youth with nihilistic anti-establishment and anti-American ideologies and sowing division within the country. It says, in the worst part, the whole industry is designed to be monetized by the shadowy elite who profit off the chaos they help create. You see? Let me see something. Yeah, it says the retired agent considers the gangster rap psyop a major success, particularly among left-leaning young Americans who, according to him, have been fully swayed by anti-American messaging. We knew this music had the power to shape young minds, the 77-year-old said. Our mission was to channel teenage angst, turning Generation X into a culture that was all about decadence. And that's what you see. That's why the rapper got all the big diamonds. He's throwing the money all over the place. He's at the strip club. He's in the hood, promoting this destructive, wicked-ass lifestyle that the majority of these young minds see, and they think that that's the way to be. They think this is the American way. They think this is a culture that represents so-called blacks, but it's not, man. All right, our culture is to be the Israelites, to follow in the law, statutes, and commandments, and walk in the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see, but Esau has come in and undermined that, And that's why Esau spends such big money. He invests in shit like this because it's a way for him to further keep our people divided in a low vibration and continuously sinning against Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai so that he can be justified in destroying us. It says the culture that was all about decadence, drug use, and anti-establishment rebellion, sparking riots and more division within society. We even infiltrated mainstream radio to blast their tracks and reach millions every day. You see? And what is that? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. You see? And that drink is dealing with philosophies. And who gave Jake this hip-hop culture, this hip-hop philosophy? Now, of course, we know that hip-hop was something that Jake created, but originally hip-hop and the music that Jake created was positive music at first, You had particular groups that wasn't rapping about gun violence and drug use, like a Tribe Called Quest and, what's some other groups before all that, like the earlier hip hop, it wasn't about this decadent, gang banging, I'ma shoot a nigga, fuck the op, robbing, stealing, degrading our women. Now these women are doing hip hop, calling themselves whores and sluts and my booty hole's brown and all of this wickedness, that's not what hip hop was about. But then once Esau got into it and he took control and invested in it, he turned it into a complete, filthy thing, man. He totally corrupted it and weaponized it to destroy the minds of you Jakes and the minds of you youth, man. It says, woe unto him that giveth, right, I'm about to say, yeah, and a lot of these artists that come out, a lot of them are managed and molded by these major industries. All right, because once you come into the industry, they'll change your image. They'll be like, look, nah, I don't want you to be like that. You might be coming in and have real talent and be like a conscious rapper. You want to rap about uplifting the so-called community, as Apostle Gabar would say, or, promoting Jake to get themselves in order, to be respectful, to have some type of, pride about themselves. But Esau take that artist and be like, nah. That's not, we're not going to sign you if you're doing that. Look, we want to, then they'll turn his message to complete. They'll do a 180. they'll turn them into a gangster rapper. No, you got to rap about money, drugs, hoes, and clothes, and have all the diamonds and the gold teeth, and with the guns and the pistols. Then we'll give you a contract. Then we'll allow you to rap and have a career, and we'll set you up. You see, and that's all part of this devil giving his neighbor, this drink, which is as a philosophy. You see, it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness." And this is what this whole hip hop thing was all about. Esau weaponizing it and using it as a way to make our people to be drunken, so that they can be walking around naked, meaning otherwise rebelling against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Living in a creating a lifestyle and a culture that is totally detrimental to your own well-being and to your own success. Even though it looks like these rappers are having success and they got all this money, we know it's all type of rituals. They got to bend over. They got to do all type of vile shit behind the scenes to maintain these so-called careers. All right, it's a lot of this music is rooted in sorcery and witchcraft and Satanism. The music videos got the ritualistic nature behind it. All of this wickedness, man. All for Jake to get a few dollars, but the most damage that it is doing is in destroying the mind of your fellow Israelite. You see, which is the biggest part of it all, man. You see, Esau don't mind giving a couple of these artists millions of dollars, but the main agenda is to destroy all the youth and all the younger generations that is following after this so-called music, which goes back to the word to muse, to inspire, to, influence. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." You see, and this is why all of this shit is being exposed in these last days. And ultimately, everybody is basically cussing out the so-called white man. Now, of course, we know he's going to continue on with this whole rap shit. It's going to get worse and worse, man. But the beautiful part about it is that the elect are the ones that are waking up to the bullshit. Now, of course, we listen to hip hop music sometimes, when I'm at the gym. When I'm in the car, I rarely listen to the radio, but there's times where I do listen to this music. But you see, this music doesn't affect the elect like it affects the average 2/3 Jake out here, who doesn't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We hear this music and it is what it is. We're always picking out the wickedness and how disgusting and how nasty the music is. So it's not having an effect on us. It's not, inspiring us to carry out the degenerate and the filthy message that this music is pushing on our people. You see, it doesn't have that effect on us. We've been taken out of that. All right. And this is Psalms 119:9. It says, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?" And you see, the only way that our people can be cleansed is by the words and the music and the song of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You see, and Esau knows this. This is why he's constantly pushing this psychological warfare type of music on our people, so that they can't cleanse their way. It keeps them in a way that keeps them defiled and wicked. Because what does rap music ultimately promote? Wickedness, sin, adultery, murder. Drug use, which is sorcery, which is pharmakia. To commit adultery. It promotes these women to be whores and to be sluts and to sleep around and be, out here with showing all their body parts off, being rebellious to the man, only looking at money and diamonds and jewels and high fashion as the epitome of what success and what having some form of status is all about, which is all vain and it's all stupid at the end of the day, man. You see, but the only way that our people are going to be able to clean themselves up is by the commandments and the law, statutes, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. It's in Psalms 119:9. "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereunto according to thy word." You see, but the majority of our people, they don't want to take heed to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai was written in the Bible, but they'll take heed to Young Thug and to Jay-Z and to these rappers and these rap bitches. They'll take heed to their words and their lyrics and their advice suggestively being presented via their lyrics. But Jake will take whole heart to that, man, and he'll apply it to his life. He'll wear it as a garment. That'll be what his whole daily functions are surrounded by, is the words of these wicked ass rappers, but not the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's why they're ultimately going to be destroyed. And that's why this psychological operation still has such an effect and such a hold on the minds and on the spirit of our people. You see, but not the elect. It says, with my whole heart, meaning my mind, have I sought thee. Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. You see? And what word does the majority of our people hold in their heart? These stupid ass, wicked ass lyrics, these so-called black culture way of life. And it calls them to continuously sin against the Most High. It says, blessed art thou, O Yahweh, teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgment of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies, as much as in all riches. You see, because this is where the true riches are, in the testimonies and the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Scriptures tell you that this word is likened unto bread, water, riches, and all these things. You see, but Jake is so carnal and they're so caught up in this world, in the philosophy of this black culture shit, they don't see this truth and this knowledge and wisdom and understanding and applying it to their life as any forms of riches or wealth or substance. Because Jake is carnal. They think, these carnal things, diamonds, social media status, having the love and the fame of this world is ultimately, that money is the cure all and the cure to all their problems, which is not, man. Because the scriptures tell you that for the love of money is the root of all evil, man. You see? And that's why Jake aspires to be rappers and entertainers and all these different foolish things that carnally they think could, fulfill this, fulfill all of their issues and all their problems. But it's just not true. All right. Only this word is the cure all. All right. It says, I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. See, Jake don't have respect unto the ways of the Most High. That's why they're constantly in rebellion against it. That's why when they see the prophets and the men of the Lord out there on the highways and the byways, they don't want to hear what we got to say, because it doesn't come with we're not out there, with diamond chains and, all of this, worldly wealth that comes from us out there doing this work. So therefore, Jake don't want to adhere to it, man. But like we say all the time, let us be out there preaching, and then LeBron James or a Jay-Z or one of their favorite rappers are out there listening to us, and out there, or one of these rappers that is famous coming to this truth. Jake will be all over it. They'll be all ears. Then they'll want to come. Then they'll want to listen, because they'll see somebody that they respect in this world who has, money and fame and whatever. If they saw them out there preaching, hey, they'll be breaking each other's neck to hop over and to listen. You see, but that's why scriptures say that not many mighty and not many noble or not many, celebrities of this world, the Lord's not going to call them to be prophets and to be preachers and come into this truth. All right. It says, I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. You see, it says, deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word. Open thou mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. You see, but Jake don't want to be cleansed in that way. So therefore, Jake is being defiled in what Esau has prescribed for them. It says, Homestead describes the CIA's infiltration of 1980s hip-hop scene as one of their most successful propaganda moves, comparing the hip-hop industry to Frankenstein monster getting up and taking the stage. And that's exactly what it is, man. That's what hip-hop is now, a Frankenstein-like creature created by Esau Edom, the white man, via the CIA. And it's creating massive amounts of little Frankenstein monsters getting up and imitating and copying this Frankenstein of a monster called hip hop that was created, man. All right, don't get it twisted. Don't let these jakes tell you, well, we know it's helping the community. We're doing that. It ain't doing nothing but destroying the community, man. This rap music has done nothing positive or nothing, nothing that can be respected for Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and the Israelites as a whole, man. It's done way more damage than it does good. And that's why this hip hop music is going to be destroyed right along with America, man. It says, it was like we built this cultural Frankenstein in the lab, and once it hit the stage, there was no controlling it. This hip hop scene became the perfect vehicle for our agenda, and it just took off on a light of its own. Yeah, so now they don't even they don't even have to really control it anymore like that. It's controlling itself. And like I said, look at the cult. I mean, look at the music today, man. It's completely worthless. It's completely just, the worst it's ever been. You see, and it's not going to stop. It says, now there are artists who are doing our bidding without even realizing it, and we don't have to pay them a dime. You see, and it says, well, Homesteads also revealed that Lear Cohen, known as the Tall Small Hat, who runs hip hop, is a CIA asset, along with many of the big name artists he signed and promoted. See, so all these guys, the Jay-Z's, the Beyonces, a lot of these major industry plants within the industry, man, they all know what they're doing, man. And these Jakes don't give a damn. As long as they can make some money, as long as they can get put where they need to put, they don't give a damn about destroying Jakes. Like the scriptures say, amongst my men, amongst my people is found wicked men. And Jay-Z and these other artists that are involved in this shit, the Diddy's, they're all wicked men. They know ultimately what the fuck they're doing. They know the type of music they're out there promoting. You know, the effect it's having on the minds of these youth, and the Frankenstein monsters, like the article said, is creating. And it says some of these artists were just pawns unknowingly doing the CIA's bidding, but others like Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, they were fully on it, in on it. Jay-Z's out there pushing his satanic beliefs. The elites made sure he became the first hip-hop billionaire. These guys are untouchable CIA assets rewarded for playing their part. See? It says the CIA haven't stopped using hip-hop to manipulate America, but just have adjusted their goals. In the 80s, it was about division. Now it's about the emasculation of males in society, right? And the whoring of the female rappers. More masculine male, female rappers. Look at these female rappers now. They got the deep voice, all these goddamn tattoos, you know, just filthy, dirty work, man. It says the elites have been slowly working on eroding social norms for decades, and forcing famous black men to normalize the sight of men in dresses was a part of the plot. You see? Look at the transgender agenda, blah, blah, blah. Look at this. If this is news to you, take a look into the CIA's history of flooding American streets with crack in the 80s as part of the covert effort to stop people attaining stability, building wealth, and achieving political power. The CIA worked hand in hand with the music industry elite to create a funnel where young people would be brainwashed by gangster rap, led into a life of crime, and then funneled into highly profitable private prison systems, which this nigga Jay-Z is invested in these private prison systems. So it shows you that he's in on it completely, man. All right. He's one of those wicked men that the scriptures speak about, man. You see, this hip hop shit is only going to get worse and worse, man. You know, and as you can see, hey man, this is nothing more but a tool of the wicked, man. All right, and this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. You see, and this is symbolic talk, right? Our dead bodies is, you know, the Israelites, our people. Before we knew that we were the Israelites, we were likened unto dead bodies, because the only thing that brings us to life, the only thing that brings us back alive is this truth, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And for a long time, our dead bodies was lying in the streets of this great city, which is America. But here it's telling you that it's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, because what Sodom, we know, you should know what Sodom is all about. And Egypt, it represents the bondage that we serve. And we are in hardcore bondage still here in this spiritual Egypt, America. You see, and the majority of our people are still walking around with these dead bodies because they don't know who the hell they are ultimately. They don't know that they're Israelites. They're not, you know, cleansing their way according to this word. So therefore, they're still spiritually dead. They're still walking around thinking that they're black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, you know. And what comes with that is a type of lifestyle and a way that is, you know, opposing, you know, who they truly are as the Israelites. And it says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Ultimately saying that, you know, that these nations, especially Esau, Edom, they know that we're the Israelites, man. And they saw us out here totally lost and destroyed, not knowing who the hell we are. And Esau capitalized off of it. He was able to use this rap music, you know, as our people are in this dead state, not knowing that they're Israelites, not walking in the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not putting on the full armor of this truth, you know, they're likened unto those dead bodies, all right? Because they're ultimately void of understanding. And Esau was using, you know, this rap music and you know, and all type of other tools of wickedness to keep our people continuously in these dead bodies and keeping them from waking. Esau's not keeping them from waking up to the fact that they're Israelites, but he's playing one hell of a hand to keep our people, you know, lost and moving in a way that is completely evil and wicked, you know, hoping and praying that, you know, through his psychological operations, his psychological warfare, his confusing and warping and giving them philosophies and, you know, the ability to destroy themselves, that they'll never, wake up to the fact that they're the Israelites, right? It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, which you see happening now, which is mainly the elect. When you see the camps out there on the highways and the byways, this is part of the Lord sending that spirit of life into the elect. So now we've woken up to the fact that we're the Israelites. Now we're able to see and know that Esau, Edom being our main enemy, and these other nations, that they're all in on it together to destroy and to keep us continuously, separated from our power and from our true heritage and wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is why they continuously feed our people shit like this, rap music and black culture, in ways that keep them continuously distracted and destroyed, and rebelling against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see, but now the elect are waking up, and now these devils are terrified. They're afraid, which is now they're trying to, demonize and do whatever they can do to try to get the prophets from out on the highways and the byways. But it's going to fail, because the elect are going to be, risen up and awoken, whether they want to believe it or not. All right. I had another precept, I thought. No? But, that's mainly the main point, man. You see, and this is something that we've been known, but now, it's being made evident, even things that have been hid are now being made manifest. And the man of sin is being totally exposed, man. And the majority of our people that don't want to wake up to the truth, that don't want to come to the realization that, this whole hip hop shit is a CIA controlled psychological warfare against you, your children, and your soul, then I don't know what the hell to tell you, man. You're just going to have to die here in America, man. Hey, but now Esau can't hide himself. This devil is being exposed, and his his secret counsels are all being exposed, in these last days. And hey, man, Jake needs to wake the hell up and know that, look, everything that is being offered unto you, you got to look at it as some type of psychological operation and a weaponized method of your enemy, your main enemy, Esau, Edom, to destroy you, man, to deceive you, to confuse you, and to to spiritually and physically attack you and to wound you, man. That's why, like I read in that Psalms 119, the only cure all for our people is the law, statutes, and commandments, and the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Because other than that, hey, you're susceptible to all this bullshit that Esau is doing and throwing out here, man. And you're gonna be a prey unto it, and you're gonna be destroyed upon it. Let me get this. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20, and it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, like I just read in that Revelations 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant, meaning the elect of Israel, and such as escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but they shall stay upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. You see? In truth, man. And that's what we're ultimately doing out here. That's why this weaponized bullshit that Esau is doing doesn't have any effect on the elect, because we're filtering everything through the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So therefore, we can't be consumed by these lies. We can't be led astray. We can't be, influenced by this psychological, this weaponized music or the weaponized agendas of this damn devil, because we see everything clearly. And we filter everything through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and we have the spirit of the Lord. So therefore, these type of attacks and these type of attacks can't have any effect on the elect. We see right through this shit, man, and we can dodge it and we can block it, and we're girded with the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. So we're able to be protected through all these things and not be manipulated or to swallow down this philosophy or this way of living to our destruction, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And to the next one, shalom.